In previous lectures, we have covered the introduction to ML, what is machine learning, why do we need to use machine learning. In this video, we will be covering more of the examples of machine learning in action. So, by now, you might have understood what ML is and how it helps computers learn patterns from data, what exactly it can do. So, in this lecture, we will dive more into the real world applications across the different industries from medicine to marketing and learn how the ML systems are classified. So, first of all, this is going to start from the first category, that is image classification. So, image classification is, let's suppose we want to identify some kind of faulty images uh, on 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 the production line of the different products, or identifying tumors in the scans of the humans. So this is how we use ML in image classification. So we design some algorithms which can identify, analyze the pixels of the scans or the images, and learn the patterns using some CNN models or transformers to identify those abnormal pixels, and help us to classify the images into the different categories like tumor based or non-tumorous images and all that kind of things. And next application is text classification and NLP. So where we can actually use this is, NLP stands for natural language processing. Natural language processing means the natural human languages which we use. If we want to process them by using the ML models, then that specific field of study is known as NLP, natural language processing. So let's suppose you want to identify or classify some kind of news articles into different categories. You want to block some kind of offensive comments on any social media platform, or you want to summarize the long documents. In all those scenarios, we can use ML, and we can use some models of NLP, like recurrent neural networks or transformers also. All these are used in this application area as well. Next category, which I'm going to talk about, the application is the conversational AI. So the use cases is virtual assistants like Siri, Alexa, all these comes under the conversational AI, where you can have a conversation with those devices. The methods in the backend is NLP based, NLP understanding plus question answering systems kind of thing is what is in the backend of the conversational AI here. Next application area is prediction and forecasting. So let's suppose you want to predict the next quarter's revenue. If you want to predict some kind of a revenue, some kind of stock prices, weather forecasting, all those comes under prediction and forecasting. And the models which are used in this category is regression based models, like linear polynomials, support vector machines. We will be covering all of them one by one, random forest, neural networks. So all those comes under this application area. The next application area is voice command recognition. So the use case under this is where we are making some apps to respond to the voice. Like whenever we say, hey Siri, hey Google, all those things are like we are able to give our command based on our voice command, it is able to respond to us. So the models which are used in this are RNN models, transformer models, which produce some kind of sound waves which are recognized by the device and respond accordingly. The next category is the fraud detection. Let's suppose you want to spot some kind of suspicious credit card activity. Like normally the credit card or activities of a person is different, but whenever it is suspicious, we want to detect it. The approach we apply here is anomaly detection. Anomaly means something suspicious, except like different from something normal. And we can use the concept of isolation forest. I think you might not be able to understand this if you're a beginner, but I'll explain all these things in the coming sessions. So Gaussian mixtures or isolation forest, autoencoders, all these are the techniques which are used in the backend for detecting the fraud. in case of credit cards. The next category I'll talk about is the customer segmentation. So customer segmentation comes into picture where you want to the customers based on their behavior for some kind of targeted marketing. If you want to do some kind of marketing advertisement based on some particular group of customers, then customer segmentation is that field, and we apply clustering k-means algorithm for doing the grouping of the customers. We have another algorithm which is known as density based db scan. I'll explain all these in coming lectures. The next category is the recommender systems. So recommender systems use cases suggesting some kind of movies to the customer, some kind of products, movies on Netflix, Amazon products, all those comes in under the recommender systems. So in the backend, neural networks does this part on understanding the past behavior of the user and suggest accordingly. Next category is game bots and agents. So if we are training the AI to play some kind of games, I can give you the example of one game like AlphaGo, a very famous one. So in this, what we do, we use the concept of reinforcement learning. This is in It is a subfield of ML, reinforcement learning, like trial and error kind of thing. We provide a reward to the agents if they do the good in the task, if they do well in the task, and error, we don't give the reward. So in this way, AI agents learn how to do their best. So all these were the applications, examples of ML in action. So that's all what I wanted to explain. You can revise all the categories, and we will be covering many of them in the coming sessions.